Wir Menschen haben uns ja nun über Jahrtausende hinweg entwickelt.
You see, the story of human evolution covers thousands and thousands of years, and during all that time, the night was completely dark. This means that as a species, we're used to a sky full of stars that looks quite different from what we see nowadays. I think it's in our genes to desire a clear, black, dark sky full of stars. And when people come to a planetarium, they're basically satisfying that desire.
The
problem in a planetarium is that high-quality star projections have been possible for decades now. Human beings first started building spyglasses in order to look at the night sky, and then we moved on to telescopes. And then we even launched our telescopes into space in order to take pictures of distant objects from there. And in order to bring all this content into the planetarium, a star projector just wouldn't be enough. We had to find a way to digitally show all of these digital images in the planetarium as well. Traditional projection technology still has many advantages over digital technology. If you've ever been in a conference room and darkened it a bit, and then look at a digital projector that's currently not projecting a picture, you'll still see a comparatively bright light on the wall. Imagine using such a projector and combining it with a star projector inside of the dome. You will get a night sky, but more like that of a large city. And that wow moment that people have, especially children and teenagers when they come into the planetarium and the stars are turned on, shining brightly in the black night sky, that moment never happens.
We knew that we absolutely wanted to, even had to, keep that black night sky. That was absolutely crucial. And Zeiss was always on board because we knew too that we wanted a system that felt like a cohesive whole rather than a patchwork.
So we knew what we wanted and what we needed, but the technology wasn't there. This system was developed in record time. It only took around a year from the idea to the first finished units. This is the first projector that was actually developed completely and entirely for use in a planetarium.
And then we heard about velvets. So we went to Janet, and we got a demonstration inside of the dome, Zeiss's own dome. And it was a moment I won't forget. When it comes to Carl Zeiss projectors, I generally appreciate the high contrast, best demonstrated by the fact that when we were being shown the night sky and the moon in the intense darkness of the planetarium, and a person were to reach out his hand, it would be barely visible to him.
The velvets, yes. Should anyone be looking for a projector that can project actual darkness, they will need a velvet. It's as simple as that. On one hand, we can show brilliantly bright stars, and on the other hand, we can add a digital image and show it at the same time, like images from the Hubble Space Telescope. We call them hybrid systems. They're hybrid because they consist of two parts. The traditional projection system in the middle, that's what creates the stars. And other information, such as star constellations, different lines, grids, or a magnified planet, can be integrated by the digital system. That means that I can set the star projector to show whatever stars I want it to show by hand. I can also program it to show some other stars automatically. And the velvet projectors in the software add the right images at the right time, and move them too. So the constellations and the stars move together.
You need to be able to fly towards the objects themselves, even fly through them. You need to be able to take people along for the ride and set the scene for astrophysics. Thanks to smart telescopes, astronomers around the world are no longer compelled to physically spend time behind telescopes in order to watch the sky. They have more time available to them for informative contributions that would otherwise not be possible. Although the acquired information is generally displayed in the form of graphs and tables, of immense help are the small pictures which are also included and without which the specific tables we were given an opportunity to study would otherwise tell us nothing. Furthermore, we were also given an opportunity to experience the sensation of a flight in free space. Such a flight offers a virtual three-dimensional map of the universe and an opportunity to see what the universe actually looks like.
Und da kommt natürlich die Full-Dome-Videotechnik.
And then there's the full-dome video technology. The velvets are full-dome video systems, and they keep us flexible. We can either put things together live at an event, or, and this is usually the case, we can prepare complex video productions. But we can always switch back and forth, even within a single event. And this is something we love about having a hybrid system, which combines the analog star projector and the digital
Ein
system.
und derselben Veranstaltung wechseln kann.
Wir haben die Helligkeit verbessert.
We improved the brightness. We improved the resolution. We even improved detail reproduction through contrast.
Weiter verbessert.
Ja, dann ging plötzlich im
Yeah,
Januar
so we started thinking about the production process back in January 2014. What was the current process? How might we be able to improve it? How we can speed it up in order to get the Velvet ready for release? We didn't want to keep on talking about prototypes and workshops. We wanted to move on to assembly line production.
Die Optik im Velvet-System ist zweigeteilt. Man braucht ein sehr hochwertiges Abbildungssystem.
The Velvet optical system is split into two parts. You need a very high-quality imaging system in order to project brilliant, clear images up against the dome. A second system delivers high levels of contrast, and it's especially complex because the beam paths aren't straight. So you need to work with what's known as free-form technology. Free-form is difficult to master, but we at Zeiss have developed this technology to series production maturity, and we now use it in the Velvet system.
Zur Serienreife entwickelt haben und im Velvet-System benutzen.
Die Systeme sind ja heute deutlich komplexer als.
Nowadays, systems are much more complex than they used to be, simply because of the fact that you can do so much more with them. And the biggest challenge is reducing that complexity down to the smallest common denominator you can find. In this case, a simple button that activates a certain function.
Man kann eigentlich ohne großen
Without too much additional training, you can really run an entire planetarium show with PowerDome.
Wenn ich den Showmanager nehme, das ist
Take the Show Manager, for instance, which is the main bit of software. You simply drag and drop an image onto the timeline. Take a video, drag and drop that onto the timeline, then add a sound, and then sync and play.
Und was wir mit PowerDome
And what we did with PowerDome Control is this. We unified the controls. The user can simply click on a button, and the content starts rolling. It doesn't matter which device or which software is running in the background.
mit dieser Software hat man
The software just gives you complete freedom. You just need to know how it works, and that's all. A bit of training and a couple of tries, but once you've gotten past that, you can do just about anything. This system makes it possible to exploit scientific and technological achievements, as well as breakthroughs of various research. Practically a couple of hours after the picture has been published, for example by NASA, we were able to demonstrate distant objects in the solar system to others. This was, for example, the case with the New Horizons data from the Pluto Kuiper Belt mission that provides new glimpses of the icy worlds at the edge of our solar system.
so ein Vorführer, der möchte nicht die ganze Zeit hinter seinem Pult stehen.
A presenter doesn't want to stand behind his desk and stare at a computer screen the entire time. He might want to move right into the crowd. So we developed PowerDome Control to be displayed on handheld devices too.
Die man in der Hand halten kann.
durch Plugins hat man die Möglichkeit zu zeigen, wo man
Plugins
auf
also
Erde
give you the ability to show where you're currently located on planet Earth. This means that moving the vantage point will also move the night sky. And instead of just telling, you can show it too with the touch of a button. You can add an atmosphere and show where the sun is located. But then again, when you add the sun, you have to add a blue sky too. Clouds are available as well, both for daytime and nighttime.
Und ich denke, ich kann unseren Kunden.
No need for our customers to be worried. Using the system is simple. You'll be getting great results from the software in no time.
Die elegantesten Lösungen, die man findet. Ne?
The most elegant solutions you can find are usually algorithms that work in the background. The user never even realizes what's happening because the computer does everything automatically. The basic idea is this. The best features are the invisible ones.
Mir ist wichtig,
I want people to understand that we see ourselves as the client's partner.
sehen.
Wir sind sehr anspruchsvoll.
We're very demanding and we ask for a lot. The darkest darkness, the most vibrant colors, the most impressive sounds, the best images. And Zeiss helped us achieve all of our goals.
Sicher haben wir auch, wenn ich das so sagen darf, auch die
Obviously, we know things from experience and can ask the right questions that the engineers might never have thought of. After all, they don't run a planetarium.
nicht drauf kommen, weil
In many ways, we mutually benefited from one another.
geben und nehmen in beide Richtungen.
Und wir haben eben
And we're committed to support this system for many years to come. Many other manufacturers of projectors can't reliably make that claim. Just look at their discontinuation notices. They're much too frequent to support such a system in the long run. So it's possible that some planetariums need a spare part for a digital projector after 5 years, but there are no spare parts. And then it gets really expensive. Much more expensive than going with the Velvet from the start.
Also der Velvet ist auf
The Velvet is designed and constructed to last.
konstruiert.
Wir sind ganz froh, dass es heute die
We're
Möglichkeit
glad that remote maintenance is an option these days. So whenever there's an issue, a Zeiss staff member can remotely access our system and solve most issues straight away.
allgemein die Probleme immer lösen.
Wir versuchen auch immer sehr schnell vor.
We always try to be on site right away whenever some piece of hardware needs to be swapped. We also like to keep in touch, even if there's nothing to be fixed.
Das Verhältnis war und
The
ist einfach
relationship was more than just a relationship between a vendor and a client. It was a relationship between technology partners, and it still is. And if I'm honest, I'd like it to stay that way.
The Zeiss system helps a lot. The planetarium experience is very emotional. It changes the way people see the universe.
Děti vnímají obrazy, které jim promítáme pomocí Zeissového systému velmi vnitřně a udělá se jim občas i špatně.
Das ist jetzt alles so
It's
flüssig, so
also
eins.
smooth, so well put together into a single scene. You're basically sitting inside of the scene, and you feel like it too when you're watching one of these 360-degree videos. That's what fascinates me, all the new technology that's possible these days.